Hi, thanks for watching. I've made this short video just a guide for anybody who's struggling with this week's track. Not the fastest lap you're going to. It's not the fastest lap ever, but I'm sure it'll give you a good finishing position if you can be consistent with it. So I'll just guide you through, and hopefully it will help anyone who's struggling with it. So here we go, we're coming up to the start of the lap. Coming up to turn 1 and turn 2, you've got to basically treat that as a combined section. The goal needs to be to get the best possible exit out of turn 2, and for that we've got to compromise turn 1, try to keep the car as much to the right hand side as you can. You don't want to compromise the first corner too much, so around about mid-track, something like that, but certainly you don't want to go further than mid-track, otherwise you will severely limit your exit from 2, and there's a very long straight after that. So as I say, the exit to turn 2 has got to be a priority. So we'll just do this in slow motion, braking around about the 400 board. I go down 2 gears to 3rd, just a lift here and back to throttle. As I say, then you've got a very, very long straight. So coming to turn 2, now the next 4 corners, I really enjoy these. They're all 90-degree corners, nothing unusual about them, just bog standard 90-degree corners. Braking for this turn 3, I brake just before the 400 board. For Europeans, these, remember, are feet, they're not meters. So this is just over 100 meters. It's probably about 125 meters, something like that. Again, I'll go slow motion through the bend. So brake just before the 400, turn in around right now, that's it, and then back to throttle. This one, turn 4, it's very, very difficult to get a very good brake mark here, or a turning mark even. As I'm approaching this, as I'm sort of coming back, let's have a look. If I just bring it back a bit here, and if we're in the car, okay, so I tend to look at this tree in the on the left hand side. As I'm approaching the corner, I tend to look at that, because this is roughly where my braking wants to be. Another good point is when this boarding here comes out of you, I can't see it. So if I just creep forward, now it goes out of sight now, and now I'm braking. Well, I should be there. This is the tree here. You can see the tree. Oh no, I don't think you'll be able to see it on there, but I can see to the left here, and I can see the actual tree there. As I say, you're going to have to find your own marker. I don't know what screens you've got. Everyone will be different. People with VR, of course, will easily be able to do this. And people with triples, I would imagine, will be able to see. But if you're on a single screen like I am, it can be difficult. Keeping third gear here. Let's keep it in there. You can be very aggressive with this curb. You can cut the corner. Obviously on a right hand bend, the right hand side tyres aren't under any load. You can carry them across this corner without 1x, and it is quicker. But there we go. Get back to the side of the track now, and I'm looking at this kink in the wall here. The wall kinks there. I tend on this first part here to start to come off the throttle, and I need to be braking by the end of this grey wall. The apex is behind this corner. If we go here, and this is down to second gear. Again, you can use that curve, and this is another one where it's difficult to get an idea of a brake or a turning reference. I tend to use the outside, this advertising on the right hand side there. If we go forward now, putting the brake on, turn in, get as much turning as you can done before this apex, and sort of open up your exit as best you can, because again it's a very long straight. I don't use this keep to the left hand side here. I try to keep mid track to the right hand side of the track and cut back here, because I want to open up the right hand corner coming up as much as possible, and this turning round that corner, instead of cutting across in a straight line, turning round there, actually turning the car around that corner and braking, well, it's not the best thing to do. So I'm coming in now, and I'm aiming to brake just before the 400 and keep the car tight to this wall. Here we go. Should be turning in around about the 1, across the curb, and again here you want to try to come round this corner and get the car parallel to this wall. Let's have shown. Here we are now, which opens up this corner for you. Then we go into this long left hand corner, and this is all about just fighting. You're fighting the grip here, you're searching for the grip and fighting the grip, so just it's brake throttle and playing around just to get through it as best you can. Again, I try to keep to the left here as best I can to open up this corner, which is quite tight. I use first gear for this one, and then it's accelerate, open the wheel up, and away you go. around about the 200, well 250, around about the 250 I will come off the throttle, change down to third gear, and this, I don't like this corner. This is you want to brush the curb. You don't want to be going over the curb, otherwise it will throw you out into the wall. If you're too aggressive on the curb, it will throw you out to the right, to the left hand side. This curve. Now we can accelerate. I just have a lift and then back on throttle, and come round to complete the lap. Like so. So now I'll play a full lap. I don't know which, we'll do it in that. We'll play the full lap in full speed, yeah. And that was a full lap of Detroit. I'll just play it back if you want from the driver view.